Like I planned any of this. Yeah, that was a pretty good first match. Okay, so moving on back into deck lists here. Let's take a quick look at the next deck Cam has lined up. This one's a pretty sweet one. Talk us over blue-black Gyruda.
Yeah, so I was playing on ladder, just trying to figure out historic, and my opponent locked me out with Thassa Ravenous Chupacabra. So then I realized, I could play that, and Hostage Taker is similar, and those are also cards that show up in Gyruda decks. And so the idea here was to play Gyruda in a bit more of a mid-rangey way, rather than just as all-in as the green-blue standard versions are, where you're just trying to make a huge board on your Gyruda turn and that's it. Here, your Gyruda is just kind of a value creature. So then I went looking for other good, 2 and 4 drops. Backrat is in the format, which is a pretty good 2 that you can fall back on if other things are failing. Phyrexian Obliterator is just very good against aggro decks, and hitting one off of a Gyruda for free or spark doubling it is really strong. And I think the biggest pickup for this list is Mind Stone. The fact that it's a ramp creature, sort of it's a ramp effect that's playable in Gyruda to skip you into into your 4-mana turn early is huge, because so many of your plays are 4-mana or more. And then you just have a pretty strong sideboard. Moment of Craving is very good against Adonto's Vanguard, which is running around. You have access to ley lines for Lyris decks. So yeah, I've been having fun with it.
All right, and you're going to be battling against red-black Chainwhirler. So I streamed a bunch of this deck on Sunday. And this was the version of the list that we finished on. The deck pretty simply is just mono red splashing black for Call of the Deathwhirler. The obvious combination here is bringing back Goblin Chainwhirler, giving it Death Touch, and wiping your opponent's board. The deck just plays a pretty good aggressive mono red game. Outside of that, it has that kind of 1-2 punch, and Call the Deathwhirler just totally fine to reanimate, a Fervent Champion and a Runaway Steamkin, or a Fervent Champion and a Robber of the Rich post board. So totally fine outside of just reanimating Chainwhirlers. So we're going to give this one a go. Obviously a little afraid playing a Chainwhirler deck into a Phyrexian Obliterator deck, but we'll see what happens.
As people are in chat are pointing out, I'll never be able to cast the Obliterator because of my whopping 2 basic islands.
Yeah, just committing a huge sin out here, man.
Hey, they're playing Fabled Passages. Sometimes you need a blue source on turn 1.
All right.
And maybe you need an island later, and Gyruda milled some. Who knows? I've had a couple games where the Obliterator was delayed because of having an island in play, but there's so many other things you can be doing that it ended up being fine.
All right. We won the die roll. Go ahead.
I'm going to keep this hand because, it's got a Mind Stone on turn 2. It's just got a lot to do, and we might be winning this game with our backup plan. So
we have a pretty good curve, and we're on the play, so we're going to snap keep and get aggressive.
I hope his curve's not that strong. Ah, that's fine. That doesn't attack us immediately. So I'm not going to be able to trade with either of these creatures no matter what I play. I have enough lands. I'm not looking for anything in particular, so I think I just want to use this turn to skip up to 4 mana.
All right. Found an untapped land off the top. You love to see it. Let's get this Anax into play. Grow our Steamkin a little bit. Attack.
All right. Here, I think we're just going to try and do this. We have a Thassa in hand that doesn't really work with anything we've drawn. Spark Double's also just a more expensive rat, so those are probably going to be discarded.
Okay. Well, we have 2 options here. I think we're just going to go with a stomp, kill one of the pack rats and attack.
God, that's so annoying.
Rat has no good blocks here.
Yeah, I just got to take this damage.
And we will scry.
The fact that my rat plan got disrupted means that now I'm probably just going to have to play out Fibblethip and look for something else to do.
I was hoping the rat plan would pan out.
Yeah.
We're going to leave this on top. Opponent's down to 7. It's pretty good with what we have in our hand already, so we'll just leave it there.
Well, let's draw a card first. It's not a great draw, but I guess it's another redraw, so I could shock myself. No, I only have 3 mana. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. All right, we'll just redraw again. That is fine. And we're on chump duty.
No, you're not. We're just going to cast this Chain Whirler, wipe Cam's
Alright.
board, and attack him for lethal. All right.
Okay, so we get to bring in a lot more 2-mana cards so that we're not so slow. And really, we're just looking for removal in the early game. Moment of Craving is amazing here.
All right. From our side of things, I don't like Rimrock Knight in a matchup where our opponent has a bunch of removal. I think Robber the Rich is a much more reasonable card in that spot. Ferocidon's kind of interesting, but I don't think I particularly want it in this matchup. I think I'm fine just going for 4 robbers. Lava Coil's interesting, but I don't think it's worth it. And we'll probably just trim. Let's see. Probably
The
just
great debate over the Obliterator 2 islands. I love it.
Yeah, it's just
swap
that's
out
what
2
all
Rex
Twitch chat is at the
Matties.
moment.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, look at this Fibblethip. I need a blue source early.
I mean, yeah, you got to always cast your Fibblethip on too. Otherwise, you're going to be totally lost.
Just play,
Yeah, exactly.
Ancient Ziggurat.
Yeah, there you go.
How am I supposed to cast my non-creature spells?
You don't.
You can't cast them with your island anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, is Ancient Ziggurat, you can only use that, like, you can't use it for generic costs of non-creatures like you could with an island?
Yeah, it only casts creature spells.
Yeah, all right. Well, then you're wrong, Stelly, and my islands are fine. This only has 1 land, though, so I'm going to mull looking for an island.
This hand is great. We've got 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops. Fantastic.
Yeah, this hand's fine. I'm going to ship back this Spark Double, because it's sort of a later game card. And I'm going to lead on my Fibblethip.
All right, we're going to get in for 1.
God, that counters my Fibblethip.
Got him.
Oh, the screen's still on the opening hand screen.
Okay. So we could go for a Steamkin. We could go for a Robber. if we draw our third land next turn, I think I would have rather let on Steamkin. Yeah, I think we'll just lead on Steamkin.
Seems reasonable.
All right. Here we're just going to play another 2-drop. Stay defensive. Hope we don't get chain murdered.
There's that
But Scully
land.
said there was no third land. Did you find it?
We found
Oh
it.
my god. Please
Oof.
don't chain murder me.
Okay. Well, we don't have the Chain Whirler, which is good news for Cam. What we do have, though, are 2 spells to cast, both of which have haste. So let's chuck in with these 3 guys and see how he blocks. If he blocks at all.
I think I'm just looking to get creatures off the board, so I'm going to block like this. But this robber. If I double block Fervent Champion, I get to keep a creature around, or I can stop the robber from drawing cards.
I have an untapped Fanatical Firebrand, Cam.
Oh, you do. All right. Well, then I can't block unless I'm chumping. I'm just gonna not block. It's a lot of damage, but
All right, so we could sack our Firebrand here to get rid of this Pack Rat. Honestly, though, I think I'm totally fine if he just spends his turn making another Pack Rat based on what's in my hand. So we're just gonna leave it up.
all right. I'd like to point out to everyone that I do have an island in my hand, which they can see. But I'm just letting Stelly know as well that it's not an issue. All right, your turn. Do you have non-damage based removal?
Gonna have to have a little bit of a thonk about this one.
This is an interesting one.
It's a wee bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, just a wee bit, I'd say. We could just play 2 more spells. What happens if we attack with everything? We attack with everything. He blocks Steamkin.
Yeah, I think it depends how big the Steamkin is, because like, if I block Steamkin, I might just block Robber. Because if I block Steamkin and you cast something and then make mana to shrink it, I'm kind of losing out. Whereas I get a guaranteed trigger of 2 off Robber. And off Robber, like, I don't think.
Well, no, because if he shrinks it to cast and then cast something, it's also 2.
No, but I mean, he could just like, just float the mana to make it 1, and like waste it, but not have to sack a bunch. Whereas Robber definitely gives me 2, and then he also like can't stomp it as a fault. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably block Robber, but maybe that's wrong.
But if he wastes the mana on Steamkin, like you have to also be fine, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's out of yeah. I could see the argument line though, like for sure.
I think we just have to try and go wide around it and then close out after instead of attacking this turn.
All right.
That is quite wide.
Dude, I'm blocking that Annex. All right. Well, I only really have one play this turn. I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong with this hostage taker. And if I try and take... So I want to be able to cast what I take, just to use as a chump blocker. I can't take Firebrand because he'll sack it. So I can try and take Fervent Champion.
So, do we care if he has a 1/1 first strike blocker? I don't think so.
If you don't think it's good and you're not worried about me having it, why is it in your deck?
We could obviously just 2-for-1 ourselves here and kill it. I actually think I like that play. Because we're going to be down an attacker anyway. This way we'll have the same amount of attackers, but he'll have one less blocker.
Yeah, like whether you ping it now or whether you ping it when it's on my side of the field.
Yeah, I don't know. We can still wait and see what we draw.
Yeah, because like if you draw Chain Whirler,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
cleans it up along
Yeah.
with my other 1/1s.
That was what I was going to say. Okay. All right. I think we just attack.
All right, this is fine to me. Oh, that was such a
Drew
bad
a
hit.
moment of craving. Interesting.
That might actually just be it.
I think we want to kill a blocker before they block.
Like Adam saying that might be it. Like, do you have Embercleave here? Make mana with Steam Kim Moment? Is that what's going on? Well, I'm just have to prevent as much damage as possible. Which I can do like this. Yep. All right, so I take 4 from the first Embercleave hit. And now I don't die. I barely don't die. And you have to sack a lot of things.
Ah, it goes on the stack first. Rip.
Yeah, that's
That's such a
beating.
tilt.
These 1/1s might still get to me, though.
Such a tilt.
All right, well, I can let one of them hit me, so I just have to hope that my Gyruda doesn't completely miss. Well, even if it does, I'm fine.
It didn't.
Burning Tree, I don't want. I'm going to take a Hostage Taker. I mean, I can't get Embercleaved. Hostage Taker doesn't let me cast the thing. Is there any reason not to take Fibblethip? All right. Now I'm just going to hope that still he can't find his way out of this. Like, land into Stomp still kills me. So So we have to start killing Stelly. Gonna spark
That's pretty
double my
good.
Gyruda. My graveyard, I guess I'll take Thassa.
Yeah, just reset the Gyruda and Thassa's online too, right?
Yep. A Chupacabra. And hope I don't die.
I wonder if he kills you. Are there any left? Imagine you could survive that turn and get him if those tokens could block.
Okay. Post board. I don't think we want to change anything here. I like my Robber the Rich plan a little bit more on the play too, so we're just gonna keep things as is.
Yeah, I have nothing to change.
Toaster says Ferocidon. I don't think I like Ferocidon in this matchup. This hand is not as aggressive as I'd like it to. Just Fervent Champion into Annex isn't going to be good enough. So we're going to mull.
I'm on the draw with no interaction, and all my lands are tapped, so I'm mulling.
This hand's a lot better. We're going to keep this one. We'll ship back the Call of the Deathwhirler as we can't cast it and just keep our curve.
I still have the tap land issue here, but I'm on the draw, and I have a Scry. So I'm going to keep this. I think I ship the Thassa because it's too slow. Yeah. Just looking for lands. That's not a land.
We'll lead on Steamkin.
Kind of a land, but I can't use it.
Very happy we led on Steamkin.
Do you have 3 1-drops? No.
Oh,
My Obliterator.
wow. Don't mind if I do. I got to move into the match view.
All right. I don't think I can afford to take the time playing Mind Stone here. Can't do anything about Steamkin. I think I just have to do this. And hope I can get to later turns.
All right. Well, that was a good draw.
That's pretty good.
Cheesy Pete's. All right, let's cast this Chain Whirler.
Yeah, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, nothing I can do. Don't have another land. Even if I did, you can just re-equip the Embercleave and I'm still dead past the Chupacabra.
Wow, Ember Cleave.
Yeah, card's something else.
My second land being tapped there, like, if it was untapped, I get what's the word? Moment of Craving the Steamkin. But it was tapped and then this happened.